We are back from California. It was an awesome trip. We met a lot of fun people, did a lot of fun things. Definitely a workcation though. We were busy the whole time.
We made it to the beach for an entire hour.
Yep.
1 hour.
We have a favorite beach there in Solana Beach that we love to hit up every time. It's really close to Debbie's shop, so it's really convenient.
As soon as we got to Debbie's shop, went ahead and went live. We had a lot of fun doing some artwork that we painted, as well as a clock that we used the IOD stamps on. And then we had to pick up our piece from Consignment Classics like immediately after that, and then rush over to Fallbrook, which is where we had our class at.
Don't forget, we did hit up lunch first before we went to Fallbrook.
Yeah, we had Mexican food, always important. Then we had our class, which was actually really awesome. We had like 4 people there, plus a bunch of like the IOD sisters were in the background, which they came to the foreground when they started helping us stamp our piece, which wasn't in the menu for the class. But the piece turned out amazing. Everybody learned a lot. It was really fun. And then the next day we got into training. So on the first day we worked with the new cherub molds that IOD has out. We used paper clay. We made some cute little ornaments using resin. After we got done with that, we worked on transfers. The first transfer was a Be Thou transfer. Then we layered over the top of the readout. And one of the most important things I learned was how to ride the wave. It's not so much about using the stick and rubbing hard. It's about using the stick and applying pressure, and you can almost feel it kind of snap when the transfer releases.
Yeah, you'll get like a little bubble up underneath there.
And then you just use your tool to push the bubble and while you're pulling, and you can get that transfer off pretty quickly. And if you notice that the transfer isn't releasing all the way, you can set it back down and then push some more with your stick that comes with the transfer. So that was really fun to learn that. You'll be able to see it more on this, the catching a wave thing. Look at that. Can you guys see how it's, so it's not just pressure. Like you could sit here and do this, and this and not see it release. Make sure that you burnish it down before
and you'll get a feel for how you like it, how much distressing, if any at all.
Yes. Make sure that it's all down securely before you distress, so that you are not taking it off, tearing it off. There we go.
That's really fine.
Because I got a lot of Josie talking, but I didn't get you doing that.
Right? I mean, that's pretty much my life.
He wants you to be distressed.
Ow! You hit so hard.
You had it coming.
That's just really soft.
I just love that.
The transfers also already have a distress in the design.
Built into the design.
So they're fine as is as well. But what we like when you distress them, you get, it kind of melds with the piece a little bit and the grain of the piece comes through. So I always like to distress mine.
You know, another way you can achieve a distress if you want to, and it's just a different look, is...
Oh, they're not going to go. That's for next time.
Is it off?
No. If you get the all over the distress stamp, the all over distress stamp, and apply this paint onto it, and then go over it here and there, then it looks like it's distressed all the way to this color.
The craquelure.
And the craquelure.
Yes.
Once we got that finished, then we burnished it, meaning we took like a cloth and we went over the top and pushed it down so it was nice and smooth.
Yeah, not sandpaper, but like a shop rag.
Yeah, with like a little, like one of those disposable shop towels.
Yeah, shop towel.
Once you know that it's down, then you can take a light, fine sandpaper, not coarse, that's really important. You can go over the top, give it a little bit of a stress look. And another thing that you can use, there's 2 things that we did. One was we used the craquelure stamp and we actually made the transfer look crackled. What we did was, because the base was already painted with apothecary, we put the craquelure stamp, we put the apothecary paint on it, and then we just gently tickled, didn't push hard because you don't want the whole thing to be crackled. Gently tickled the top of the stamp and we impressed a little bit of crackle on it. Okay. Lay it down and you're gonna tickle across it. Our idea here is not to get a square of crackle.
So you don't go to the edge with it.
You don't even go to the edge. You use this like a texture mat. But
oh my gosh,
that's really nice.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
On mine, I didn't use a craquelure. I used the distress stamp, and it gave it a completely different look. The same thing. We have a base of apothecary under the transfers, and then we put apothecary on the stamp and then put it on top. We practiced using lots of stamps. We used ink on our stamps on some linen. We learned that you need to make it just a little bit wetter when you're stamping fabric. She calls making it juicy.
Yeah.
We also stamped the rose toile on just a painted board to practice stamping with ink. Then we moved on to my favorite new tool, which is the Flexi Stamper. The Flexi Stamper allows you to put the knob topper stamps directly on top of it. Then you take the wooden knob and you push it through the stamp, and it actually molds around the knob, so that way you get a perfect impression.
When you put pressure on there, right, if you put pressure on that side, it would start to lift it.
So simple and yet so
It
genius.
is very, very
so
simple.
Genius.
It is very, very simple, and it came from a necessity. We were. See how I'm juicing it off the surface a little bit with my fingers?
Popping it up.
Exactly. So not too juicy. Just a basic. Okay. And now you can see through it, and you know what helps to see through it really nice? If you put a contrasting, like, do you have anything dark? That's darker. Yeah. That's not necessary, but it helps. And if you have black, it's even better because that helps. It gives you, lets you see the edge better. Okay. Don't tip.
The knob toppers can be used without the Flexi Stamper, but you're gonna have a really hard time getting a nice even impression.
Yeah, it's going to be really handy to just do a repeatable stamp with that.
It comes with 32 different stamps, and then you want the Flexi tool so that way you can get it on there well. I love it because hardware is really, really expensive, and now you can custom create hardware to match your dresser, and they are planning on coming out with more knob topper stamps, so there'll be lots of options and selection. And I believe you can take other stamps and put it in the Flexi Stamper if you want to use some other stamps that you already have and impress those images. The knob toppers are specific though because they're in 2 different sizes made to fit the whole design perfectly on top of the knob.
So I like to do signage a lot, and the chalkboard with the erasable chalk is probably one of my favorite things that they showed us. So what we'll do a lot of times is make a permanent faux chalkboard, but that's the only thing that's ever going to be on there. It's more like a sign. Whereas the erasable chalk allows you to change it out for the seasons, or if you want to do a menu and change the menu, or whatever you want to do, you can just constantly be changing that for whatever your mood is.
And you see that I'm going right on the chalkboard. So, and I wouldn't do that if I was doing a sign or something with permanent paint, but because I can erase that.
Well, and people always want to customize things to say what they're thinking, what the event is, and the erasable chalk really allows you to do that. There's a couple things to keep in mind. It works really well on factory-made chalkboards. If you're using it on a homemade chalkboard, you could get what they call ghosting. The erasable chalk doesn't come quite all the way off, and a way to prevent that is when you're doing your homemade chalkboards, put a couple coats of matte sealer over the black chalkboard paint, and that will allow that erasable chalk art to come right off with water. We're going to do full tutorials of all the things that we learned at the IOD training. Don't feel like you have to watch this one video and know everything that we did. There was so much. I'm still decompressing from all the amazingness.
They have really amazing layout that they were showing us kind of how to layer and use all the different stamps and products that they've got, which is fun because once you have those, a lot of them are reusable and can be used thousands of different ways in different combinations.
I really enjoyed being at the training with the actual owners and creators, design directors, Sally and Josie from IOD. They're really sweet, but it's important to learn what their thought process is behind the products, so then you can really learn how to use them in the best way. Plus, we got to hang out with Karen and Debbie from DIY Paint. It was a fun-packed few days with people that we really love. Be sure to check out the IOD Sisters channel. We're gonna drop a link below. They show you how to use a lot of their products. Some are past, some are present, but the idea of their stamping and their transfers, there's so much good information in there. They have an awesome YouTube channel. If you want any of these products, you can go to JamiRayVintage.com and pick up every single one of the products that the IOD sisters carry. If they're not out yet, then we have them available for pre-order.
So make sure you're hitting the notification bell if you're not already on the notification squad, because we've got a lot of really fun techniques that we learned coming up, and we're going to be showing those, demonstrating that. And a lot of those techniques are what we're going to be using to do our handmade Christmas theme this year.
Yeah, we better get started on our handmade Christmas. I promised that every decoration would be handmade by Jamiray, so we are getting going. This next month we have until after Thanksgiving to get it all finished. You think we can do it?
Yeah, we'll get it done. It might be like midnight that night, but it'll get finished.
Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.